Hi there guys, it's Adam Martin here, and welcome back to another installment of the Now Review. And today it's time for another yearbook, but instead of progressing forward into the 1980s, we're going back. We're going all the way back to the 1970s, specifically the year 1978. So get your flared pants on, wear your gold medallions, and we're going to hit the disco, because we're going to be looking at Now Yearbook 1978. So, interesting that Now continue to go back. They seem to be flip-flopping. 1 minute we think they're going forward, then they're going backward, each to their own. But yes, we are now in the year 1978. Some would say a really nice year for a lot of different genres of music at that time. We're going to be looking today at the special edition CD and the vinyl release, as we always do with this yearbooks. But I would like to always preface that there is a standard version of the CD available, which is in the normal cardboard packaging, the fold-out packaging we've come to expect, with Now spin-offs as of late. So let's start with the cover, and as you can tell, the vibrant colour scheme continues. This time we've gone with pink, or more like a blend of pink and red, and it is very striking. That'll definitely stand out on the shelves, more so with the logo, because obviously the Now and 78 with that lovely, very 70s star is in white with a gold and pink trim, and I think that looks lovely. Again, really feels like the era really brings it out in the cover. I like that the traditional lightning bolt style of the 80s has become like this blocky text with that very 70s font. I never remember what that font's called, but if you know what I mean, you see a lot of 70s stuff uses that font. I think Atari used that font, for example. Loads of companies used that font back in the day. It's a very 70s looking font. But yeah, pink's a great colour. Really happy that it's finally made its way to a yearbook. I do wonder what's going to happen when we run out of the main colours in this series, what they're going to do, if they're just going to reuse colours or if we're going to go with different tones, different shades. It'll be very interesting to see. But as always, with it being the special edition, let's flip this book on over and take a look at the all-important track list. Okie dokie, so CD1 kicks off with Mr. Blue Sky by the Electric Light Orchestra. I mean, what else is there to say about Mr. Blue Sky? It's a phenomenal tune. We have Jerry Rafferty with Baker Street, which features that amazing solo in the middle, that sax solo. You definitely know what I mean. You have Rod Stewart with Do You Think I'm Sexy? Not personally Rod, but each to their own. ABBA's here with Take a Chance on Me. Boney M with Rivers of Babylon, one of my favourite tunes from the 70s. What a banger that is. We have 10cc with Dreadlock Holiday. We have Aletha and Donna with Uptown Top Ranking. We have Donna Summer with MacArthur Park. Surely that's not the full 17-minute version. That's got to be the shorter version. We have Chaka Khan with I'm Every Woman. Didn't know it was that far back, but a good tune as well. Yvonne Elliman with If I Can't Have You. Amazing ballad disco hybrid track there. Love that. You have Chic with Everybody Dance. Odyssey with Native New Yorker. Rose Royce with Wishing on a Star. Commodores with Three Times a Lady. Again, lovely ballad there. Marshall Hayne with Dancing in the City. Clout with Substitute. Bonnie Tyler with It's a Heartache, Susie Quattro with If You Can't Give Me Love, Wings with A Little Luck, and finally Kate Bush with The Man with the Child in His Eyes. Oh, that was a great year for Kate Bush. Surprised they didn't put Wuthering Heights on here, because I think that was 78 as well, but maybe that'll come in the inevitable extra release, who knows. That's 20 tracks on CD1. Let's move over to CD2, where we're kicking off with the Boomtown Rats and Rat Trap, the Undertones with Teenage Kicks, Buzzcocks with Ever Fallen in Love with Someone You Shouldn't Have, Suey and the Banshees with Hong Kong Garden, the Rosillos with Top of the Pops, Blondie with Hanging on the Telephone, Elvis Costello and the Attractions with I Don't Want to Go or Chelsea, The Clash with White Man in Hammersmith Palais, I think that's how you say it, The Jam with Down in the Tube Station at Midnight, Ian Jury and the Blockheads with What a Waste, Patti Smith with Because the Night, great tune that is, you have The Cars with My Best Friend's Girl, The Motors with Airport, City Boy with 5705, Sweet with Lovers Like Oxygen, Elton John and Part-Time Love, Billy Joel with Moving Out or Anthony's Song, The Who with Who Are You, quite appropriate song that, Foreigner with Cold as Ice, didn't know that was 1978, but again, really solid tune from that artist, Joe Walsh with Life's Been Good, Blue Oyster Cult with Don't Fear the Reaper, and we finish off with Justin Hayward and Forever Autumn, so 22 tracks there, so we're up to 42. CD3 kicks off with Chic and Le Freak, again one of the most iconic songs of the disco age, I think no one's going to dispute that. A Taste of Honey with Boogie Oogie Oogie, Tavares with More Than a Woman, again good tune from Saturday Night Fever, Alicia Bridges with I Love the Nightlife, Dan Hartman with Instant Replay, the Michael Zager Band with Let's All Chant, not gonna lie, kinda prefer the Pat and Mick version, we have Rafaela Cara with Do It Again, Baccara with Sorry I'm a Lady, Sheila and B Devotion with Singing in the Rain, Voyage with From East to West, Donna Summer with I Love You, The 3 Degrees with Giving Up, Giving In, Eruption with I Can't Stand the Rain, Dee Dee Jackson with Automatic Lover, not really a fan of that song, gonna be straight up there, Sarah Brightman and Hot Gossip with I Lost My Heart to a Starship Trooper, Crown Heights Affair with Galaxy of Love, Gladys Knight and the Pips with Come Back and Finish What You Started, Hot Chocolate with Everyone's a Winner, Earth, Wind and Fire with Fantasy, Heatwave with Always and Forever, and finally Rose Royce with Love Don't Live Here Anymore. Another 21 tracks, so we're up to 63. And CD4 kicks off with Denise by Blondie, nice little tune that. Olivia Newton-John with Hopelessly Devoted to You, of course taken from the musical film Grease. John Travolta with Sandy, nice that they put those two together, two from Grease, back to back. Darts with The Boy from New York City. Bill Withers and Lovely Day, nice tune of course. John Paul Young with Lovers in the Air. Barry Manilow with Copacabana, You Either Love It or You Hate It. Renaissance with Northern Lights. Scott Fitzgerald and Yvonne Keeley with If I Had Words. Boney M with Brown Girl in the Ring, a very underrated Boney M song if I do say so myself. Brotherhood of Man with Figaro, Coco with Bad Old Days, Dollar and Shooting Star, Andrew Gold with Never Let Her Slip Away, Dean Freeman and Denise Marcer with Lucky Stars, The Manhattan Transfer with Walk in Love, David Soul with Let's Have a Quiet Night In, Crystal Gale with Don't It Make My Brown Eyes Blue, Elkie Brooks with Don't Cry Out Loud, David Essex with Oh What a Circus, Brian and Michael with Matchstick Men and Matchstick Cats and Dogs. That's a title and a half, innit? And we finish with Father Abraham and Smurf Song. What a way to end there. So another 22 tracks, which means we have a grand total of 85 tracks for Now Yearbook 78. Quite the collection. So we'll talk more about it in just a second, but as always, it's time to open this up. So I'll show you the discs of these first. So as you can see, it goes with the different color tones. Like on the front, you can look that they're ever so slightly blended. So CD1 is like more of a pale pink, almost all pale purple if you like. And then with CD2, you can see that tone gets even deeper. CD3, we're now fully like into a pink sort of coloring, and obviously the text is in gold and white. And CD4 is more of like a pinky red. I'm not always all that good with like specific tones and like their proper names, but you can see what I mean. When you look down them, they gradually go down like into a deeper shade. But as this is the special edition, which is in this lovely like book style case, as all of the special edition yearbooks are, that means it's got a lot of extra content. So opening it up, you obviously have like a little bit about 1978 as a year, what was going on in the world, what was going on in the music scene at that time. Quite a lot, actually. You know, the disco era was happening, the punk scene, a lot of alternative stuff was starting to emerge. Lots of stuff happening. You know, the 28-page booklet, so you've got the summary of the year, the track-by-track guide with all the track information. Again, I know I've said this a million times, but I wish this was still a feature on, like, the main Now releases, the numbered series, but whether it's cost-saving, whatever it is, it's only now here in the special edition releases. So if you want that, you can pay the few extra pounds. There's a track-by-track guide, the original singles artwork, which is always nice to see, and a quiz. We love a quiz. So about 1978, about some of these tracks. So if you want to test your knowledge or test your friends, then, you know, here it is. Go crazy. Always nice to see these booklets. That's the reason why I like getting these special edition ones. You just feel like you are getting a bit more for your money with this, as well as the actual tracks. I do like flicking through these from time to time, just learning about the different songs, the artists, chart positions, their careers, what was going on in the year generally. Always worth it. But there is a thing about price, which I'll talk more about in just a little bit. So in summary then, this track list, well, I'd argue CDs 1 and 3 are like very disco focused, like not all of them obviously, but majority. CD2 goes to more of like the non-disco-y stuff, like, you know, more of the bands like Boomtown Rats, The Clash, The Jam, etc. But all of them are smattered. I mean, disco at that time, you got to remember the late 70s, disco was booming, especially with like cultural hits such as Saturday Night Fever was propelling disco as well. It was just booming in the mainstream, so naturally there was always going to be a ton of disco stuff on here, and I love disco. It's a great genre. I'm glad it's getting a positive reappraisal that it deserves, so I'm quite happy with the track list on the whole. Again, you get the nice blend of different genres too, some film stuff, like they've got the Grease tracks, for example, some tracks from Saturday Night Fever. So on the whole, I think it's a nice little blend. Not my favourite year track list wise. I'm more of an 80s guy, definitely, but definitely the vast majority of this I could listen to, I think, without skipping. So this one retails for £16.99, so it has gone up a little bit. These always used to be $15.99. I have noticed prices have been going up a bit more. Now, of course, you could put this down to multiple things. The cost of living, obviously inflation has skyrocketed. Companies are putting everything up to try and make some of that money back. So I sort of understand it. It's, I guess from a business standpoint, you know, if I was a businessman, maybe it's a necessary evil. I don't know what sort of state financially Now is in, all that sort of stuff, but that's by the by. So it's $16.99 or £17 for the special edition CD. If you want the standard edition, which has all the same tracks, but just no booklet, no bonus stuff like that, that is $10.99 or £11. So it's a £6 difference. But now we will take a look at this. This is the vinyl version of Now Yearbook 78 that these always do, and this is a 3LP set. Again, not a gatefold, which is always disappointing because I think gatefold would be a lot better, but again, probably down to cost, all that sort of stuff. Would have been nice to get some like sleeve notes on the inside if it opened up, but alas, it doesn't. So as you can see, the cover is the same, and, you know, vinyl covers always make the best of the artwork, you know, blowing it up to this size, really getting the colours out, the text in the middle, it looks great, it really does. So, let's flip this bad boy on over and take a look at the track list, what we have on this one. So, LP1 side A, we've got Mr. Blue Sky, Baker Street, Do You Think I'm Sexy, Dreadlock Holiday, Forever Autumn, With a Little Look, and The Man with the Child in His Eyes. So 7 tracks there for side A. LP1 side B, we have It's a Heartache, If You Can't Give Me Love, Substitute, Don't It Make My Brown Eyes Blue, Part-Time Love, Moving Out or Anthony's Song, Life's Been Good, and Don't Fear the Reapers. That's side B, so that's 8 tracks. So we've got 15 tracks on the first LP there. Let's move it on over to LP2. We've got MacArthur Park, and it does say the single version here. Okay, I didn't think it was ever going to be the 17-minute version, but nice to have the clarity. We've got Le Freak, Boogie Oogie Oogie, Giving Up, Giving In, I'm Every Woman, If I Can't Have You, Native New Yorker, and Fantasy. So 8 tracks on LP2 side A. And on side B, we've got Rat Trap, Teenage Kicks, Ever Fallen in Love, Hong Kong Garden, Top of the Pops, Chelsea, Down in the Tube Station at Midnight, and Because the Night. So another 8 tracks is 16, so we're on 31 in total. LP3 then, we have Take a Chance on Me, Sorry, I'm a Lady, Rivers of Babylon, Uptown Top Ranking, Denise, Hopelessly Devoted to You, Northern Lights, and Lucky Stars. So 8 tracks on side A of LP3, and on side B, we have Dancing in the City, I Can't Stand the Rain, Automatic Lover, I Lost My Heart to a Starship Trooper, Everyone's a Winner, 3 Times a Lady, and Wishing on a Star. So that's 15 tracks there, which means in total, folks, in total, we have 46 tracks that have made its way to the vinyl LP version. So that is over half from the CD, just over half by a few songs, 46 tracks across 3 vinyl discs. So I'll talk more about the selection for that in just a second, but let me show you what one of these looks like as always. Now, people have been complaining recently that on the Now website, when they show the promotional images, that the colours of these discs aren't necessarily as vibrant as they're made out. So just looking at this picture, this is what the website shows. You've got these lovely, almost like candy pink discs, which I think look great. You know, that's a lovely colour to have on vinyl, I think. So just taking a look, I mean, the thing is, I haven't got the best eyesight. I've made no secret of this. And sometimes the camera that people use don't pick up the light. So it's really up to your own discretion. I just like the fact that they're a different colour than black, to be honest. Nothing wrong with black vinyl, but I just like I like different coloured vinyl. I like owning those pieces in my collection. So yeah, I love the fact that these are pink. You can see that there. Really matches well with the label in the middle, the overall theme of the album. And the 7th, you know, very sweet time, very pink, sickly sweet time, but in a good way. But yeah, that's your disc. So yeah, the track list for this one, I think they've collated, you know, again, they've tried to go for a mix of both like the popular disco stuff, some of the more like less disco stuff. You can see that a lot on LP2 side B. Part of me thinks of just having just stuffed this full of disco hits. That's what I would have done, you know, like sort of make it a real party record, if you like. That at least that's what I'm thinking anyway. That's what I would have done. But no, it's a fairly solid compilation there, but I can definitely tell this is more niche. Less people will probably get the vinyl, or maybe they will, as it's harking back to the 70s. Who knows? But in terms of where you can get this one retails for a bit more. This one's £33.99 or £34. That's about £4 more than they used to be. They usually were about £29.99. Again, this is probably due to inflation, amongst various other things pushing the price up of these things, you know, that businesses are doing this all the time. So I can see why people might be less inclined to get the vinyl edition of this compared to the CD, because obviously you're nearly getting half as less songs. It's on a format not everybody, even though it's popular, not everyone has a vinyl player. So maybe this one might take a little while to move off the shelves. I'm not too sure. But overall, I mean, if you're a fan of the yearbook series, definitely get the CD version. You know, if you just want the tracks, these tracks from 1978 all in one place, then maybe stick with the standard edition. However, if you're like me, if you love all that extra detail, you love the notes about the year itself, the track-by-track guide, the singles artwork, even the quiz, if you like all of that, then maybe definitely go for the special edition instead. And if you do like your vinyl, you want a whole 1978 album full of different artists to spin on your turntable, then go for the LP. But just keep in mind, as I said, it is a bit more expensive these days. But it's from all the same places you can get it. HMV is where I always get mine. They've been great to me in terms of getting these out for release day and just really good service, great staff, etc. So there's HMV. Obviously, you can go with Amazon. I mean, I'd advise that you don't, just because, I mean, they've got enough money as it is, arguably, and, you know, business practices, worker practices, all that sort of stuff. But, I mean, if it's the only option available to you, then, you know, I ain't going to judge you. But you can also get it from, like, supermarkets that still stock CDs, at least, not so much vinyl now. But, yeah, there's options where you can get this. But yeah, that's all for this installment of the Now Review. Thank you very much for watching. As always, if you enjoyed it, please do leave a like on the video. It really helps us out. And let me know in the comments down below, will you be picking up this edition of the yearbook, Now Yearbook 78? And if you do, you're getting it on CD, you're getting it on vinyl, you're getting it on both. Let me know in those comments down below. Also, do subscribe to this channel if you are brand new. We would love to have you aboard here with us. In the meantime, I've been Adam Martin from AMTV Now. Thank you for joining me, and I'll see you next time for another spin on the turntable.